I guess you also noticed, besides those marble machines that are here, I have a little more stuff than that. Part of that is for the Marble Machine X itself and from the original Marble Machine, but a lot of stuff is also just for us to keep for Martin until he can actually put it where he needs it in Sweden. So we'll take a closer look at the Marble Machine and Marble Machine X at some later point. For now, I have to actually organize all this stuff. Yeah, I'll see you there. Starting to look like the MMX again. Still have some components left to put on there, but that will have to wait for now. We're going to have to disassemble, clean and document the original Marble Machine, and this one will be a doozy since there's a lot of work. And if you can help with that or want to help with that, let us know either per mail in the description or on Patreon, Discord, or on the YouTube comments. As for our next steps, we'll clean and assemble MMX fully so we can put it in our exhibition. So each and every one of you can actually visit it if you want to. The Marble Machine, the original one, on the other hand, will need some more work than that. So we're cleaning up a space in our workshops that's actually capable of providing space for actually filming it and documenting the whole process. If you want to follow along on our progress with the Marble Machine and Marble Machine X, as well as all our other instruments, you can feel free to find the button down below. Besides that, you can find us on Discord, Patreon, as well as on our homepage. All the links you'll find in the description. Hope you enjoyed this little update. Yeah, see you on the next one.
destroyed in the move.
Goody. After a long weekend working on the machines, here's a quick status update video for you all. And if you want to help us actually working on the machines, there's also a couple of announcements in the end, so stick around. We actually got the machine down from its pallet by using those angle irons with just a slot cut in. This way we can attach from down below without worrying about having a straight shot through here somewhere or attaching it with rope. And after that there was mostly cleanup, getting all the graphite dust from out all the nooks and crannies, and then sanding some of the marble tracks smooth, cleaning them as well this way, and removing major bumps in between the tracks. So over the course of a weekend, Marius, Doro, Margaret, Elliot and I actually managed to assemble the parts of the droppers as far as they are here. So the intention of the next meetup would be to actually get them on the machine. If you want to help getting the marble droppers where they belong, you can. From the 1st till the 5th of November, we'll be here in our workshop live streaming the whole thing. And if you want to join us helping, please reach out per mail via hallo@smmk.de. The mail is also down in the description. Especially if you know how to bend PMMA pipes, reach out and consider joining us helping, because this will be a big task of the whole week. Also on Saturday the 5th, there is the collectors meetup of the GSM Society. It's basically a flea market from collectors from all around the world. The event hall on Saturday opens from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Be aware that there's really limited parking around here, so if you want to join, please park outside of the premise at the public parking spots. And also on Saturday at 7 p.m. There's a little evening meetup of collectors in the museum itself. So if you want to actually enjoy the music machines and the theater organ as they were intended to be, please join us, have a beer or even a wine. Thank you a lot for subscribing, everyone. We actually reached 500 subscribers. It helps us gauge that there's actually isn't big interest in following along. And also thank you for everyone joining the weekend, cleaning up the machine, assembling these things, and actually figuring out what still needs to be done. Also, really a big thank you to the subtitles team that actually manages to subtitle our videos in 3 different languages, sometimes even before release. Hello and welcome to the stream of first. The first stream with live publicum somewhere there in the back, and also the first publicum, first stream we might end up having a VOD of. So if you join us later in the VOD, write down in the comments and say hello. We'll just do a little short stream for FAQ about what we'll plan on doing and how you may help, and also figure out any questions that might arise with the Marble Machine X behind me. So if you have any questions already, type them in the chat so we can go through them and can actually manage doing this all. Now I'll try to not anger my production team here too much by going too close to everything, but we'll see how much I can anger them. Oh, professional. Let me just mute that. So our main goal for this weekend will be actually getting the marble droppers attached. For this, we'll still have this hunk of metal assembled by Martin that still has to go somewhere around here. We have some measurements by Ellie from the CAD team, which will help tremendously actually placing this in space and enabling us to actually attaching them. Once this is done, we'll still have missing wooden parts going in between the marble divider up top and the actual droppers, so we can add the PMMA pipes. Once that would be is done, we would be pretty much complete. Then there is still the death by 1,000 paper cuts to be solved, because we have a lot of issues with especially dust, marbles getting stuck somewhere, and the machine is quite sensitive to being level. Given that the place where we probably will end up putting the machine isn't that level, this might be an interesting task, though at least in this case the floor marbles all roll to one side. Do we have an audio delay? Okay, we'll figure that out. For your question, Andres, if Martin will compose music for the MMX, that is to be seen. It might happen, it might not happen. I'm currently in contact with Martin for other stuff I can't talk about right now. As you might know, that tends to be a little bit of a topic with Martin's project, that they're pretty secretive until they're done. So do we have any questions from chat? Feel free to ask them, whatever it is. Probably not for now. Can we actually, also, the stream is basically bilingual. If you have any questions, be it English or German, go ahead and ask. Also once in German. Der Stream ist an sich zweisprachig, also wenn ihr irgendwelche Fragen habt, fragt sie gerne, egal ob Deutsch oder Englisch. Um zusammenzufassen, was ich gerade die ganze Zeit gebrabbelt habe, die Aufgabe für uns ist, über die Woche hinweg die eigentlichen Marble Droppers, die noch fehlen, an die Maschine zu bekommen. Dafür sind unter anderem noch Holzteile zu fertigen, und den Stream werden wir primär nutzen, um Fragen zu klären, die eventuell sind, und Erwartungen, die vom Publikum kommen, eventuell zu klären. Und jetzt erstmal wieder zurück ins Englische. So the next task for tomorrow will be partially getting the CNC up and running. That's still waiting on being leveled, having the bed machined off, and also might need one part replaced that's getting bad. Andres, you're very welcome. Sehr gerne. And I guess I still hope there will be some questions. If not, we might have to figure out how to walk around with the camera. Maybe a question to the production team. Can we actually have the camera move around to point out details? Production team is absent as of this time. Okay, then I'll just go ahead for now and say this. Already now, huge thanks to all our teams, our production team on location that managed to get all the stuff you see around here up and running, except for probably the camera inside the video center for now. We have cams all around the shop. We have new other lights, because the lights you might have seen in the last video flicker quite bad. We have installed in the shop. And yeah, Frank Klapler, how do you know that? Magic. And yeah, I still have to get this bigger. How long do we expect it to take to finish MMX? So this depends on some variables. The biggest variable for that would be at what point we would deem it finished. You might argue that once the droppers are attached, which will be hopefully done this week, that we are basically done after some fine-tuning. Given that the intention of especially Martin was for the community to be able to finish MMX, I don't think the fun will stop there. So hopefully latest next November will be done with the next collectors meetup. I hope to move the machine to the museum itself beforehand, especially since the amount of requests we get to visit MMX are getting quite a lot. How many hours? Andres, also again, interesting question, because at what point is the machine somewhat working? We also have quite a problem currently with the transfer from the marbles from one ring lift to the other, because as you might know from one live stream, the actual PMMA pipe broke. During testing, this got quite a bit worse. So we currently aren't able to actually transport any marbles from down below to the ring lift system into the second ring lift, because this actually jams up the marble. So this is also another task we have, bending back the metal bracket holding the PMMA pipe, and then bending a new PMMA pipe that hopefully isn't as brittle in that point. Hour-wise, we're talking days here at least. Machine. I either need glasses or a bigger screen. Wait, maybe I can fix this a bit. This might work. So, as for dates next time, if you want to help us, you still can. If it's just a short visit saying hi, feel free to do so, especially on Saturday. If you actually want to head out, please let us know beforehand, either per mail on hallo@smmk.de. I'm sure we'll be able to put it somewhere on the screen tomorrow. And also, if you want to help us otherwise, please get in contact with us. There are still quite a lot of projects we can do for the MMX itself, because even if we end up finishing it rather soon, there's still a lot of things we can do with it, like actually playing some songs or creating some songs on that. There also is the virtual MMX project. I'm not sure in what state this is currently, but I'm sure it would be interesting, for example, to sample MMX to get that on a pretty reliable basis and pretty solid base. Yeah, CMX. Yeah, Anders, that's true. Playing MMX is actually more than cranking it. Compared to a crank barrel organ, there's quite a lot more to it than just cranking the handle, because you got the cyber bass that wants to be played, the cyber capos, and also the manual releases. So for that question, I'm definitely not. If someone is there that might be interested to do so, get in contact with us, we'll figure something out. Another side project we currently have is figuring out if photogrammetry might be a tool for us to use to actually document the MMX, because even though the CAD team has done a huge amount of work to get a working CAD model for the MMX, there's still a lot on the machine that managed to hide, even though Martin had quite a lot of videos. Ellie actually did a lot of work together with Margaret to figure out some discrepancies, and there's also an Airtable. I'm sure we'll be able to link down below in the VOD on what actually needs to be done. Metal Mail 666, do you have a plan to deal with the increased level of marble throughput for the marble return once all the channels are working? Yeah, that's quite easy. We don't. The machine has its limitations. After all, the original marble machine probably can be seen as a proof of concept, and the marble machine X as a prototype. And whatever limitations, hard limitations it has due to the design are there and will stay there. Unless there would be someone actually willing to spend the time and money to do a replica of MMX to fix this, I don't see a way for this to happen. There are talks in the Wintergatan Discord though of actually designing a community marble machine. Maybe you can hook in there if you are interested in getting this up and running. So, what else? We have quite a lot of molds still on the machine. By the way, for whoever brought the molds to the last meetup, I'm still finding them everywhere. The MMX lost them throughout moving it, and they, the same as the marbles, they tend to accumulate in some corners of the workshop. Besides that, unless there are any more questions, we might still wait for some. Yeah. Oh, we were on the dates. So if you want to join us, please let us know, or just come say hello. On this week's Saturday, there will be a collectors meet of the GSM Society. I can't read that. Okay, I have to see that. As for time-wise, the next thing to happen in Saturday, there's also the GSM Society meetup for collectors and fans alike, also right around the corner, like, what is it, 10 meters maybe, to enjoy mechanical music, buy them, share them. And at the same evening, there's also at 7 o'clock a meetup in the museum. And I was told I'm just supposed to take a break for now. So I guess I'll see you soon again, and I'll catch back on what I actually got a note written here. So see you in a second. I hope you hear me again, I guess so. There was still a question from Awesome Billy 3. Sorry that I missed that, and thanks for the note, though. If MMX is somewhat finished, if we'll program a small, simple tune for to play when it's on display. I sure hope to do so. I also am still thinking about actually having MMX in a state where people can play it. I'm not sure if this is viable to do in the long run. Still have to scroll so I follow my if this is viable in the long run, because it might be the case that if we allow everyone visiting to crank the MMX, that something breaks spectacularly. Then again, that might be the idea behind the prototype, so we see around that. We'll sure have some form of tune, at least to showcase what MMX actually can do once we have everything attached. Under the idea of having a kids pool to catch all the leaking marbles might be an interesting case. We are actually thinking about building a floor that accumulates the marbles in one corner, so we can lift them somewhere. Maybe have a little keepsake for people visiting. So, if you still have any questions later, please write them down either in our Discord, in the YouTube comments, or even mail them to us. You can find us on YouTube, Patreon, Twitch. So hello to everyone still watching us on Twitch, and thank you for joining.
yeah, please follow along, come say hi if you can, and see you next time. Bye.